Good morning. I'm Kristen of Kristen Fagan Art and Design, and I'm an expressive artist, creativity guide. I'm doing a little art cafe coffee talk today. I haven't done a video like this in a long time, and I just wanted to share some stuff that's going on, say hello, connect, and I think I'm going to do a little painting with you as well. I have some ideas of moths, and so wanted to get started on that. All weekend I've been in this space of like kind of cleaning, tidying up my I don't know how to put it, papers, information, notes. Yeah, maybe notes. I have like an everyday, I call it my everyday notebook, and I have it by my desk, and it's where just all my notes go in from watching. Maybe I'm watching a webinar, maybe I'm taking notes from a meeting, maybe I'm jotting down ideas that are coming to me, just like that random stuff. And I finished it on Thursday, and so I felt like, okay, I've got to go through this everyday notebook and get rid of stuff and keep the gems, right? So it got me to pull out my calendar and move some stuff around and put notes in different places where I might need them later. I have a lot of stuff going on, so I wanted to share what's happening. So I'm going to pull up my calendar actually right now. How are you guys all doing out there? I know this time of year starts to get kind of wild. So in December, I am going to be locally at an artisan market. Kaya Holistic is doing a pop-up. I'll share some details about that in Phoenix. So I'm going to be there from 10 to 2 doing some soul scribbles. Fun. Then on December 11th, Carrie and I are going to do our Artsy Vibe dinner club again at 6 p.m. So mark that down if you're local. And on the 13th, in the Create More community, which is a virtual membership that I am a part of, we're going to have our holiday artsy party. We're going to be making some snowflakes. That will be at 3 p.m. These are all Mountain Standard Time. So if you're not in that group, I invite you to come join us. We get together twice a month. We do a tutorial once a month, and we do an open studio once a month, which is like just a gathering, get together, talk about what's going on in our lives, talk about art, ask questions, new materials, all that fun stuff. And I've been a part of that for about 1.5 years now. So that is every single month, and it's a lot of fun. You have a great group of people from all around the globe in there that get together and create on a regular basis. We're going to be raising the price in January. So if you want to check it out and join before the end of the year, you'll lock in our current rate, which is $22 a month, but we're going to be going up to $28 a month come January. If you're already a member, it stays the same for you. You are locked into that lower price. So just wanted to mention that in case anyone wants to come join and hang. Then we move into January, and I've got quite a few things happening in January. I've got the Create More community call, of course. I'm thinking about doing a day retreat with Carrie, so details on that coming soon. I'm doing another art cards class with Kaya Holistic on January 24th. And then the end of January, we're doing this as virtual. We do a word and symbol of the year painting in the membership, but we also extend it to people that just want to do it for like the one-time event, because it's I don't know if we're going to do 3 or 4 days, and we'll go through our word of the year energy and bringing that to our canvas or paper and creating our symbol. It was a lot of fun last year, and so many people said they really wanted it to come back again. So here we are going to do it again for everyone. So keep that on your radar to look for. If you're a member of the Create More community, then you'll be free for you. If you're not a member of the Create More community, it'll be a small fee to join us for the event. They will be replays available for a short period of time. And then if you're in the membership, you'll have replay for as long as you are a member, because it'll live in there. Okay, so that's some fun stuff going on. I needed to kind of let you guys know what was happening. Let's do a little painting together. I think I have to move some stuff that's in front of me on my table to get it in the right position. I have been on a moth journey for a little while. Actually, speaking of symbol of the year, it was my symbol of the year for 2024. And so I really kind of started to embrace moths, bring moth symbolism in, and yeah, so fun. Here's a moth that's in process that I'm gonna work on, and then I have some other pages that are just some starts, some little scribbly starts that I'm gonna work on. So moths are a symbolism of transformation, very similar to butterflies and change. They're also a symbol of endings and mystery, mysterious flight. It could be a little symbol of your shadow side too, because you know, they fly around in the dark. So here's one we're going to come back to in a minute. These are two others. So I have a few of these pages here. These are on mixed media paper, and they were the start of like a demonstration during a class that I did locally. We're going to add to them today. So I'm using my earth paints. I handmade these from pigments and using earth pigments and honey, and you use gum arabic, and I love them. They're so juicy and beautiful. I love the colors. I love the feeling of them. They're like really creamy. I made a few sets to sell. I have one set left. It's not a big set like this. It's a small set. But I'm hoping to make some more soon. I just got to re-up some of my supplies. But I'm going to use this today to create some background on my painting. So this is probably a 5x8 mixed media paper, and it'd be great if I taped it down, but since I'm going to be doing a couple in a row and I didn't prepare like a whole bunch taped down to the table or anything like that, I'm just going to leave it. But I probably would like to have taped it down. And what the taping down does is when you're using watercolor, it just allows it to dry a little flatter, so that before you take the tape off, it's not crinkly. But I'll figure out how to flatten it out a little bit after. So I'm just adding some water right to my page. And then I'm gonna pick up this French turquoise color, which is so pretty. And just dot it around in that water. And I'm just gonna make some fun loose backgrounds that will be sort of the basis for inside my moths. And create some fun patterns. Okay, we're gonna put that one aside. And I'm gonna grab this one, which has some like pinky, orangey reds. I'm trying to figure out where I want this. And maybe I'll grab some of this terracotta color. Orange ochre, actually, to be more precise. And the areas I'm playing with now, they're going to be inside the wings. So I might do that orange ochre, and then maybe I'll do this dark brown. Okay, so I'm going to put that one aside. I'm going to pick up one of the ones that I had done some earth paints on these already beforehand, and that's dry. And I'm going to come back with some acrylic. I've got Hooker's Green, Violet, white, phthalo blue, red light, and Payne's gray. And I'm just going to add some of these colors on top. That's the violet with some white. That seems like it would be pretty on this one. So now I'm just going to add some mark making. All right, here's one where I drew out a moth on top already because this one was dry. I just used a chalk. Use some chalk to create my shape. And then I think maybe I'll use some like a Posca pen. Or I could use, maybe I'll use the really thin paintbrush and this Payne's gray color to do my outline. And I'm just kind of defining the areas I wanted to find, because with the chalk I can kind of make choices and change my mind. Like this one, I originally made it a little too low and I had to go back and shorten it. So I'm using this darker color to just create the outlines I want to create. I did some sketches a while back of some moths. So something like this, where I would kind of play with a few different shapes and ideas. I'm kind of working with this one right now on here. And I do the sketches. A lot of times I'll look, you know, go online and find some pictures of moths or pictures of how to draw a moth or tattoos of moths, things like that. And then that's how I will sketch some of those ideas. And I like to do that because then when I sketch, I make different choices. And so when I go to create a piece of art from my sketches, and then I'll make some different choices on the art than I might have done on the sketch itself. And it just kind of creates a further removal from the original inspiration, I guess, so that I'm more likely to have my own bits and pieces on there. I do want to get rid of this chalk line. I'm going to grab some red paint and kind of go up around and get rid of that chalk line a little bit. Okay. All right, maybe I'll let this dry so I can come back with my markers in a moment. Grab a different one. Should I do this one or should I do this one? I'll do this one. Let's see. What shape moth do I want to do on here? Start with the head, a little triangle for the moth body, and then wings, and then a little bit lower for the bottom wing. So for the chalk, I just really get this very simple shape down. And then I could come back, maybe I'll come back with the using a very small brush. I'll come back with, I'll probably just stick with the Payne's gray actually, since it's nice and not quite black. I like when it feels painterly and not too perfect. If I were to use the paint markers on this part, I'd probably get a much cleaner line. But that's not what I'm going for. I want it to feel painted. Or painterly, I guess. Okay, I'll put that one down. Come back to this one. I feel like this looks like a little kimono, like he's wearing a little kimono. What if we took this blue and white and let that be the background?
Hey, that's pretty good. I might have to let this dry and add some little details in the face. But other than that, I'm happy with this little moth. I do like how this one's got this little curvy spot. And there you have it. One done. Or somewhat done, because I'm sure once it dries, I'll do a little extra just to finish it off. Right now, it's still a little wet in the background, especially to do much more. So one down. This will be my next one, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'll have 6 by the end of it. Looking at this one, I feel like I need a little shadow kind of here underneath that wing. Grab a little blue and a little pink. And then on top, maybe this would be a little bit lighter. We'll see.
Okay, I should probably stop now. Famous last words before. I do think that helped though. I'm just adding a lot more contrast. I'm not used to working with such tiny, tiny, tiny brushes. Okay, now I really have to stop and see what happens when this dries. All right, I guess that's all for me today. There's one of my moths in process. There's one in process, and then there's a lot of pages left to do. Awesome. Well, thanks for hanging with me for a little art cafe. And be sure to join me on some of my upcoming events happening. So virtually, I've got the Create More community, and I've got an event happening the end of January. That will be your word and symbol of the year. If you're in the community, it's free. If you're not, it'll be a small fee, and we'll share details about that pretty soon. Yeah, just let me know if you want the link. I will happily send it to you. The end of the year, we're locking in the price that we've had it, and we're going to be raising the price of the membership for 2026. So if you want to join me in that group, which we get together twice a month, all year long, lock it in before the end of the year to get the best price.